Hi guys, I'm Johnny Minaz, and this is the Spirits of Gaming. This week I'm going to be drinking the Aberfeldy 12-year Highland Scotch whiskey, while also playing as Diablo from Heroes of the Storm. Can I turn Zeratul into a Zera Fool, Grey Mane into Grey Lame, and squish Murky like a bug? Find out this week on the Spirits of Gaming. Heroes of the Storm is a MOBA by Blizzard. Choose from a huge range of heroes, each with their own unique talents and abilities. Tank, Assassin, Healer, and Specialist. Choose the talents on these heroes to build them as you see fit. 2 teams of 5 must battle it out and destroy the enemy's structures until they reach the enemy's core. Waves of minions will constantly spawn for defense and can provide your whole team with much needed experience. Each map has unique and vital objectives, as well as groups of mercenaries to aid your team to win the match. First team to destroy the enemy's core wins. This is Heroes of the Storm. Alright guys, here we go. As I said, today I'm going to be playing Heroes of the Storm. The new hero this week is Genji. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the game before I get into the whiskey. So here's my character Diablo, Lord of the Underworld. I've got the kaiju skin on him. That's why he doesn't look normal. I can just switch it back quickly. There we go. Look at him there. As you can see here, Heroes of the Storm has a huge roster of heroes to choose from. Some are free every single week. They change the rotation, which is great, so you can try new heroes. Or you can purchase them with real money, with in-game gold that you earn just from playing. Or they actually have loot boxes now where you can earn heroes. So you have a huge amount of heroes from Overwatch, World of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, and Lost Vikings, where you have Lost Vikings. So there's so many heroes to choose from, making this game so different and so original every single time that you play it. So I'm going with Diablo. I love him. He's a big tanky bruiser. He can take lots of damage. He outputs a good amount of damage as well, and he's great for initiating team fights. So I'm going to queue us up for a quick match, which means we're going to get just like a random group of people. Doesn't matter what they chose, kind of mishmash together. If you play ranked, you'll go into a draft, which means that you choose in order, and you can also veto certain heroes to kind of negate what you think the enemy team is going to be trying to do. So I'm going to queue us up, then we're going to talk about the whiskey. You tremble before me. Alright, so the whiskey that we're drinking today is the Aberfeldy 12-year. It's a Highland whiskey, which means that you're going to get not much smoke in it. Now I'll have the graphic come up so you can get a better look at the bottle, but I love it. The black and gold is very, very stylish, and it reminds me of like a honeycomb. I don't know what and you kind of get that flavor profile from it as well, but I'll get into that now. Go for the noise, 1, 2, 3. A little bit better. There we go. Pour myself a nice healthy dram. There we are. Alright, so first thing to mention. Talk about styling. Not that that really matters with a whiskey, but sometimes it does. Styling is hugely important whenever, like, on a back bar as well. You'd be amazed at what sells. It's always the bottle that looks the prettiest. But anyway, I digress. Now this whiskey I really, really like. It's a Highland whiskey, so you're going to get, like, little to no smoke coming from it whatsoever. No peat. Now, Highland whiskies I always find are very, very approachable. Highland whiskies are kind of something that I refer to as introductory whiskies. And when I say that, I mean that when someone's kind of just getting into drinking at, 18 years of age, 21 in America, you hand them a whiskey and they're not going to like it. It's going to burn. They're going to, oh, Jesus. Like, give me my Smirnoff Ice. Whatever. Right? Whereas, but in terms, someone that's kind of getting into whiskey, this is a great introductory whiskey. Because if you hand them like an Ardbeg, a Lafroig, Kawila, it's gonna be slightly too intense. The peat and the smoke and the kind of iodine flavors you get with those particular type of whiskeys is probably gonna be slightly too intense for them. So Highland whiskies have little trace of smoke. They tend to be slightly sweeter as well. And they're just really, really well balanced. Usually a good amount of body, nice finish, and you know, just goes down really, really easy. So most people, you know, on their kind of whiskey journey, if you will, they go whiskey and coke, whiskey and dry, then maybe whiskey and soda, then maybe whiskey on the rocks, and then finally whiskey neat. But you know, you can drink it any way that you like it. But this whiskey is, yeah, it's a great introductory whiskey. Someone who's just getting into it, you can give it to them. It's not too harsh, it's not too offensive, it's really well rounded, and it's really universally liked. That's why this one really does quite well in blind taste tests. So you can pick up a bottle for about 76 Australian. So that'll be about 63 American, I suppose, if you're going to pick it up in the States. Probably be cheaper in the States because they have such a low tax on alcohol. Lucky bastards. Yeah, so I do like this one. Like I said, it's really easy to drink. You know what? It goes great into an old-fashioned because it's got those kind of nice, easy flavors. You can add bitters to it, you know, sweeten up a little bit more, and it makes a great, great drink. Yeah. So straight off the nose, you get those kind of sour apple, like sour green apple flavors, which I really quite like in a whiskey. It's a huge characteristic in Irish whiskey, especially. The other things that you get from this whiskey, now I did have a couple of drams before. You see the bottle's not quite full. Just to kind of familiarize myself with the taste and flavor. So one thing I find that you get like a good amount of nutmeg, you get that sour green apple, honey, you get the usual notes, your vanilla, caramel. Yeah. But the thing that I find kind of unique about this whiskey in particular is you get these beautiful notes of kind of overripe melon coming in. And it's, cheers. Yeah. It's a good whiskey. Really easy to drink. It's one of those whiskeys that you just buy when you're not sure what you want to buy. You're sitting at a bar, you're looking at the back bar. They have 200, 300, up to 800 whiskeys. And you go, just give me that one. I'll take the Aberfeldy. I'll drink the Aberfeldy while I look at what you have. And you're always going to be happy with it. That's the thing. You're always going to be happy with an Aberfeldy 12 year. So bring that down. I'll have that as my first one while I think about what I'm going to have as my slightly stronger, more intense second one. But look, guys, that's enough about the whiskey for now. I'll go a little bit more into it later on. This is going to take very long, so I'm going to cut it there. And I'll cut it back on when the game starts. Cheers. Alright, and we're back. Looking at the team, we got a few damage dealers and a healer, which is fantastic, because being a tank, I love having a healer on my team. So we're facing, they got a similar sort of setup, a few damage dealers, one specialist, another Diablo versus me. Alright, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the map, because a great thing about this map, or a great thing about this game, is that every single map is totally different and totally unique. So this one's called Sky Temple, it's the Egyptian theme. What's going to happen is they're going to highlight a couple of temples, and then as long as we control the temple's going to fire a beam and damage the enemy towers. Now, the way this whole game works, as you saw from the intro, you know, you kill the minions, you get XP, you take down the towers. As long as you destroy their core before they destroy yours, you win the game. So yeah, as you're on these temples, kind of guardians and defenders of the temple are going to come out and they're going to attack you. So you got to be fighting these guys while the enemy team obviously going to try and flank you, kill you, and then take the temple for themselves. So you got to be very, very careful about when you go on the temple, whether you go on, when you have a pick. But for now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my hero, Diablo. Now, the thing that I love about this game is that, as you can see right now, I'm going to get to choose an ability in the bottom left. Now, I get to choose an ability at level 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, and 20. Now, I'm not going to go through what every single one does because it's going to be bombarding you with information. What I'm going to do is just tell you about what I'm going to go for this round. And also the best thing about this is you can completely change what your hero does. You can make him super tanky with loads of health. You can make him damage dealing. You can give him special abilities. It's great. So, this one is just going to grant me armor every single time I charge in. And I'm going to show you my abilities as soon as I get into the first team fight. Also, look at me. Just crawling around on all fours. I love this hero. Alright, so we get up here. And this little thing will just give us kind of vision. So I have a few abilities. One is I can drag one over. Second is I can push him back like that. And the third is I can do like a fire stomp. Alright. It's a good little example of what I do. Alright, now I'm going to get down here. I'm going to start defending. Now these are the minions. And we kill them. We get XP. But they also try and take down our towers. More than that, they also take their the tower's ammo. Alright. I'm just going to ping down here. Now they have a hero on their team called Zool. He's kind of this zombie looking guy here. Now his ability is that every single time he kills a minion or one dies around him, they turn into a zombie for his team. Gotta try and get out of here. Alright, I can jump, grab this thing, which is a health pool. And it's a 120-second cooldown. Alright. So this is the first, the middle and the top temple are the first two. I'm gonna see if I can drag Diablo towards our towers. There we go. I'm gonna go up here, see if we can kind of overload them with heroes, and then get a kill in. And once we get a kill, I can move down. Come on, heal me! There we go. Alright, there we go. The tower's just fired off. Now, back to the lanes. Grab my next one, which is I'm going to increase the range of which I can do that big charge. Alright. Tell them to disengage, get out of there. I don't know. As long as I have Morales here. I can see Zeratul there. Alright. So you have a pretty idea of where the game's going. It's pretty even so far. Uh-oh. Man, I'm deep. Thank you, Morales. Boom! Alright. Gonna go down, drink from this health pool, and try and take down this lane. Alright.
I want to take this mercenary camp.
I'll sit. Man, that whiskey's easy to drink. I'm gonna come help her take this. She's very weak, very low health, so it's always better if I tank and take most damage. Now, the other thing I haven't mentioned about Diablo is his passive ability. Now, every hero has one. Mine is this one, Black Soulstone. So for killing heroes and enemy minions, I get souls. I have 66 at the moment. And as you can see, my health bonus is 26.4%. When it's at 100, I'll have 40% bonus health, which is huge. Now, when I die, I don't lose it until it's at 100. Once it's at 100, I can lose it. However, as a little compensation for that, I get to respawn straight away, which is a huge bonus. Alright, now the ability that I just took, Diabolical Momentum, means that every single time I do a basic strike, my abilities cool down that much faster. Alright, get out of there. Definitely always target this squishy hero here. Oh man, I am done. Alright. Probably not my best move, but at least I did lots of damage. I made the healer try to run away. That's the important thing. Alright. Now, the higher your level as a team, we're level 8, the longer it takes to respawn. It's kind of it's a little way of balancing out this game as well. So, so if the other team's like 3 levels ahead, it'll take them that much longer to respawn. The good thing about this game is at least while you're respawning, walking back, you have a little drink. All right. So we got that. So I'm going to move up to the middle lane and wipe out these minions here. We should also take that mercenary camp. Alright, I'm going to go take that camp now. So yeah, you also have these things called mercenary camps, which are these things. They come in all different shapes and sizes. The good thing about them is you come in here, you have to obviously kill them, but once you kill them, they will join your team and start walking down that lane. So it's a great little tactic whenever you have kind of objectives to grab these camps before you all head to the objective for a fight, because that'll essentially take the enemy team away from that area, and it will allow your mercenaries to push down their lanes. Now I'm about to get level 10, or the whole team's about to get level 10. Now this means I'm about to get my ultimate. Now at level 10 you get your ultimate, which is huge. It's an extra ability, and we either have this, which I shoot out lightning and fire from my mouth, which is awesome, I know, and you're thinking, John, take that! But the other one is just more useful in team fights. It's called Apocalypse. Now, whenever I press it, a glyph appears under every enemy member, and after about a second and a half, that's literally the enemy Diablo doing it right now. After about a second and a half, it explodes. There we go. And, yeah, it'll stun the enemy team as well, so it can completely turn team fights. It's really, really good. Ah, we're gonna lose that health well. Alright, let's just stay here.
My magic flows through the temples. Guardians.
We have a guy getting health.
These mortals approach them.
Ah, and that's Zeratur's ultimate. It's called the Proid Vism. Or something like that. Void Prism. Let's have another sip of whiskey. Not a good idea to go in there. Now if I'm low on health, you can always press this, and you Hearthstone back to your base. And then while you're at your base, you can load up with health. Because at the moment I'm at 100 souls, which means I have an extra 40% health, which is huge considering I'm a tank, and I'd be really keen to lose that. Look, if I die, I respawn straight away. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's yeah, it's a good place to be, sitting at 100. Alright, so they're winning. We haven't taken a single tower. They've taken 2 of ours. Though a couple of theirs are low, which is good. Now this one is in trouble. See if I can get out. Oh, that was close. Morales, you legend.
Go to the healing fountain. Doctor's orders.
The end has come. All shall kneel. Choose
Alright, so this one is effectively just going to grant like a damage aura around me. Oh, I'm in trouble. Big trouble. Like I said, the good thing about having 100 is that I'm back.
The light of the sun grows within the temple.
Ah, that's her done.
In my glory.
I'm trying.
Let us capture this mercenary camp. Abandon.
Need to wait for team.
Your enemy has destroyed.
Yes, victory is near.
Alright. So that's our lava guy's ultimate as well. It's pretty cool. Whew. Alright. Grab this little thing. And then I'll go bug Morales to see if she can give me some health. Alright. Starting to even things up again.
My temple's
Now we're all gonna go for this one. Now, like I said, you have mercenaries, but on this map, you also have a boss, and that's this big beastie right here. Now he has lots of health, outputs lots of damage, and he's quite dangerous to go for, because you have to yeah, like right now it takes all our team using all our abilities, and shouldn't talk with my hands when I'm doing this. And if the enemy team comes in like that, yes, that was a good block. Proud of that one. Alright, now what I'm doing here is I've set my charge to reset every single time I use the flip. So it allowed me to charge, flip, charge, if that makes sense. But the good thing about it is I can charge into them, flip them over, then actually charge weak enemies back towards my team. That's the bonus of it. Alright, now I can try and push some of these lanes back. And they've killed the boss. Alright. Now run back, because they will be... Run back, you fool! I have to take a drink after that one. Alright. Wasn't the best engage. And now we have 3 people dead. Now, I suppose the only good thing about this is they will definitely get that tower, but the boss is now gone and doesn't respawn for another 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Do not let these mortals approach them.
And you see, that's the temple doing the damage on ours. Alright, now I'll tell you something about when they destroy the second ones closer to the base. They start then releasing down that particular lane. They start releasing kind of cannons, and they'll really push that lane that much harder. And so now for the rest of the game, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that lane since theirs is gonna be pushing harder than ours. So it's a big problem having one of those gone.
Hearthstone break.
Alright, maybe we should go up for a team fight. Run away, 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 run away. Damn it! How am I doing for damage? I'm doing top damage, which shouldn't really happen as a tank. I mean, I know I am a damage dealing tank, but yeah, I shouldn't have top hero damage. I should probably, yeah, that should definitely belong to Valera. But look, we're still doing alright. We have 2 towers left. They only have 3. I mean, the problem is now, we're definitely going to lose this one. And, alright, we're probably going to be down to the core after this, which means we're going to have a last-ditch fight. One more roll of the dice. If we lose a team fight after that, it's done. So, we'll have to kind of accept these waves of pressure. So those are the cannons I was talking about. And they do quite a bit of damage. So this is them actually damaging our core now. But we should be okay. Alright. Let's go top. Ah, stupid minions. Alright. I'm definitely done. Yeah. All right. So my final one on level 20, you get another big ability. So this will lower the cooldown of my ultimate by 20 seconds, which is great. But also it'll trigger when I die, which, as it happens, is happening quite a lot. So that's always a bonus. So that's them doing damage to our core. It's gonna have 5 shots now. So we're down to 53% on our core. Not good.
Power has been expended. You are stronger than
Group up, please. We should have been as a 5 at that top one. We would have won that team fight. So in this late game, you always want to be rolling as a 5, really. Because if you ever get into a team fight, you gotta... We should get a pick there. Excellent. Oh! Brutal. Wow, I really didn't expect us to lose 2 there. Alright. Good thing I have such a decent whiskey to keep me company. So here we go. This looks like it might be the final push. That's it. GG. Look, it was a good game. Can't complain that. Yeah, like I said, guys, look at the quality of this game, and this is free. This is something you can just download right now and start playing. It's one hell of a giveaway. So look, game's good, whiskey's good as well. Yeah, I cannot recommend this game enough. I have a friend who's been playing this for, you know, like a year and a half now, and he hasn't paid a single penny. I'm not saying that you should do that, but it's definitely like you can play this game. Scrapper, I'm a scrapper. But you know, you can definitely play this game for that long and not spend a single cent. Now look, the game's great. Let's talk about the whiskey. I really recommend this whiskey. As I said, it's an introductory whiskey. It is something that you can show to your friends. It's something that you can drink in a whiskey bar. It is something that you can bring to someone's house, and it's something that you can put in the middle of the table. I really recommend that, by the way. There's something so much more social about sitting around drinking whiskey than there is about bringing a case of beer. But I always find it gets people talking. It's a lot. Here's a tip. It's also a lot less cleanup. When you have a case of beer, your whole house is riddled with empty beer bottles. When you bring a whiskey, you clean up, you know, 5-6 glasses, and you're done. Easy as anything. Yeah. So look, this whiskey, I'm gonna give it a So I'm giving it a rating out of 5. As I always do, that is price comparison as well, because you know, if this costs $10,000. I'd want something a little bit more. So for its price, like I said, you can pick it up for about 76 Australian. That'll be about 64 for you Americans out there. And I'm going to give it about 3 out of 5 stars. Just above average, which is 2.5 stars, but I'm not doing half. So really, it's between 3 and 4 stars, if I can do that. Yeah, I really recommend it enough. Anyway, the whiskey's delicious. The game is great. I'm Johnny Minaz, and you've been awesome as always. I'll see you next week.